Hey friends, Adelle Juliet here, and I just wanted to share with you really quickly a quick little message because I have a feeling you might be someone who is looking to find their passion and that thing that you really burn for. Am I right? I'm just guessing because I was there at one point in my life too where I had no idea what that thing was. I had no clue what to do after I lost my job. And it took a while to find, and it wasn't necessarily easy. It took a lot of determination and persistence and commitment to focusing on what that thing was. But eventually I got there, and that's why I want to share this with you, because for me, it took, writing it out, focusing on all of the things that I loved about my job as an urban planning consultant, focusing on the things I, just burned for. What was it about my job that I had loved so much? And I share the story a lot of how I, had suddenly lost the career job. It shattered my framework. And all of a sudden it opened up all of these doors and opportunities that I hadn't known existed. It gave me all of this opportunity suddenly to discover what I was truly passionate about. And I started making lists and lists of things that I could talk about. One of the things I kept asking myself is, if someone gave me 10 minutes to stand on a stage, unprepared, what would I share with people? What message would I give them? What did I care so much about or feel so connected to that I could talk about it for 10 minutes, that's it. And then this started getting me thinking, okay, well, what did I love about my job? I loved talking about quality of life. I loved going into communities, and I used to say, I live for public consultation. My friends would tease me all the time. They're like, Adelle, no one says that. But that was what I really loved. I loved talking to people and saying to them, what is it about your community? What is it about your neighborhood that, that makes it so special? What do you love? What do you want to see more of? And then I would go back to my office and I would sit there and I would write it into urban design guidelines. And then that would get put into a plan and get implemented into reality. It was incredibly satisfying. But what I loved was the public consultation. I loved talking to people, and I loved writing about and learning about our environments, our public spaces, what makes them so great, and how it adds quality to our lives. So that's what I really got connected to. And then, of course, there's always the unknown. So then this is where the second part of my, whole framework of, life as the adventurer comes into play. Because suddenly I took this blueprint to a higher quality of life, and all the principles that I was applying to urban planning, and I started applying them to my own world and to becoming an adventurer, someone who was taking leaps of faith, ultimate risks, locking my condo door and taking off to travel the world with a one-way ticket. And it just opened my world to really understand not only the influence and the impact that our environment actually has on us, but also just what really adds quality to our lives. It wasn't just the policies, it wasn't just the environments and just the places and spaces, but it was also the mentality, the mindset, the inner, that inner quality. It was the inner quality that I was missing and that I had to find. And that has now kind of rounded who I am and is now a huge part of the message I share. So, if you are someone who's just trying to find your passion and it's there, it's like you can feel it. You're on the cusp of something and you're greater than your potential that you're living right now. You know that you have a message, that you have a greater purpose being here, that there's more meaning to life than just your job and your everyday activities that you're going about endlessly and mindlessly. And I'm not trying to depress you. I'm trying to get you connected to finding that thing, because we all have it. It's that passion. It's that burning desire to do something that we love. Because when you can connect to that, when you can find that thing, that specific little thing that you care so deeply about, then you can align everything you're doing to that passion. and then look for the ways in which you can help and serve others while doing it. And that right there is your purpose. That right there is what's going to give you so much meaning, so much fulfillment, and just give you that feeling of really being alive. That's what gets me out of bed in the morning. That's what gives me the enthusiasm to talk to you right now about this, because I know deep down, and I knew for so long, that I had this passion, and it took my focus to find it. But once I did, everything else started aligning. And now I have an amazing message that I want to share with you. I have this burning desire to continue going. And I just truly feel like we've all got it. And I want to help you find it too. So if you're having trouble, leave some comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say, or let me know where you're at in your journey to finding your ultimate passion, because you have it. And if you don't think you do, it's just because you haven't found it yet. All right. Thank you for listening. I can't wait to share more, and I would love to hear what you have to say. And talk to you soon. Bye.